Sweden for 2 weeks only, now suddenly claims he played the whole album, and all he did was a few demos.
Yeah.
After this, Pt.3 said to me, look, it doesn't sound like Scorpions anymore because he plays a complete different style than you, so please play the whole album again. And I did, and also Francis, you know. And Jimmy Bain was also there, you know, to do some bass lines and to do some demos, but that was all. They got paid for this, and whatever they say, they should look in my eye and repeat this, okay?
Yeah.
Face to face, because, and with Dieter sitting there next to all of us. Because Dieter can confirm this, and he did, you know.
Yeah.
And if he would have played on that album, I would have said, yes, I was ill, somebody else played drums on it. Big deal. I have no problem with that. But since it is me playing on there, and it is obviously my style, every I can hear this, then why does he now say he played on it? I don't understand that.
Maybe they just wanted to gain some fame on the back of the Scorpions, or
yeah, absolutely. Since he never had any fame, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, 12. Concerning your departure, had you remained in the writing team with Rudolf and Klaus during the Face the Heat sessions, do you think you would still have left the band afterwards? No. If they wouldn't have put me out of the writing team, I probably would have stayed with them until today. But here again, money talked louder than words, and all the bullshit they're telling, the friendship thing and all this, makes me angry till this day.
Oh, yeah.
Because the reality here was that after Wind of Change, Klaus Meine got a big publishing deal and suddenly told me, from now on I will write all the songs.
Oh, it was clear like that when...
Oh yeah, totally clear, you know, because then I said to myself, okay, now you're out of the band, there's no need for you anymore in here, they don't need your creativity anymore. And then the next album was Face the Heat after that, as you know.
Yeah.
There was nothing of me on there anymore.
It was only...
The album was already not, the reaction of the public was not so good. Then the next album who came was Poor Instinct, and then Klaus and Rudolf asked me to play drums on this, and I said, no way I'm going to play on this shit. If you want to release this album, you have to do it without me, because I don't want to fuck the fans in the ass. I like to be honest to my fans, and I'm not going to play on an album like this. It is simply has nothing to do with heavy rock anymore. It is for me a soft rock album, and I'm not going to play. If you want a drummer, get a session drummer. And this was the decision. At the same time, Prince Albert came up to me and said to me, well, we could make a record company. So all those things came together, and that was the reason for me to leave.
Yeah, and I mean, it would have been something hard to leave, to become from part of a team to an employee, in fact.
Say that again?
Yeah. It could be difficult to become from being a part of a team to become an employee of a band, in fact. So,
absolutely. We were a creative team, and as you can see, all the albums which I wrote on were all very, very successful. They were all platinum albums and very big. And also with Dieter Dierks as the producer, he was a great producer for the Scorpions. And then suddenly, two people in the band think now we can do it all alone. That made me really sad and also very angry, and I said, look, if you think you, especially to Klaus, I said, if you think you don't need me anymore for writing, then go ahead and do it all yourself.
Yeah, right, okay.
Anyway, has your daughter read your book? No, not now, because the hard copy is available only in America right now. And I have not shipped any books over to Europe yet, because my aim is now to make my book in every language, but I think it is important for me to conquer America first and make a statement there.
Okay.
My book sells very well in America. It will also sell very well in France and Germany and in Italy and anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Because people still orientate themselves on the United States, but it is my aim to give my daughter my book on the 21st of December when I see her, with something written inside, and then obviously she will read it and she will tell me her opinion, you know. I think, you know, I featured her very good in there. I told the whole world that I love my daughter, so I think she's not going to be hungry.
So yeah, what do you expect from her reading of the book?
Well, I think, you know, I told her already all the things, that there were a lot of women on the road, that of course the band had alcohol and drugs. We were a rock and roll band. The father did not work in the bank, okay?
Yeah.
So she knows that, and she is happy that I'm a big rock star. But on the other side, of course, she said also it would have been nice to have you around me, But now we speak and see each other more often than then, And now she's an adult, and even if I would have stayed around, she would have been gone now and lived her life also.
Yeah.
She has now her man. She found her man in life, and she goes out and she will be married very soon.
So
This is what I said. This is life. This is the way it goes. There's nothing you can do about it.
yeah, sure.
Now you're 26, in 40 years you will be 66, and in 100 years you will be history, and people won't even remember you were there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the way it is,
Yeah.
But I wanted to be honest in my book, and I told also my daughter, I said, what you're going to read, this is the real Herman, this is your father, without saying anything. I said, now you're an adult, so I don't have to hide anything. I wanted to tell it how it was.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell that also to the fans. And I said to you, this book was written for the fans. This was I had to remember everything what happened in my life, but it was written for the fans, so the fans understand also why I left the band, why I did this and that. So all those things are in the book, and you read it. I'm really happy that you liked it.
Yeah, it's really an entertaining and at the same time really interesting and deep thinking also in the book, which is really great, yes, to read, yeah.
Well, the question, your last question, if you were give clues to young Herman Rarebell to live a good life, what would you tell him? You know what? I would tell him live exactly the same life I lived, because that way you can get a lot of experiences, you can learn something out of life. That's the reason why we're here, to learn. There's no other reason. And then when you are older, you can look back and you can learn from your mistakes. Because if you don't make mistakes, your life is really boring.
Yeah, that's right. If
you don't... I think, I made a lot of mistakes. I had a lot of ups and downs, and I think God was really good to me. He gave me a great life, All my dreams became true. I became one of the biggest rock stars. I played all the big stadiums. We have millions of fans worldwide. So this is something I dreamed about when I was a young boy of 14, By the time when I reached the age of 40, I had reached all those dreams were reality.
So you would tell him to take the same risks that you took and like no pain, no gain, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of things is what you believe in, If you have no belief, you cannot get anything. Yeah. Even when I remember when we went to the record companies back in 1977 and we told them we would like to become famous in America.